I think the whole Chris Brown thing is crazy, and I've noticed that ever since the beginning of time, and especially in like 2008, someone just tried to like rob me of everything, and so like a lot of times whenever things are crazy, I like to like literally the things that make me feel better is like not everything has been a lie. Like what these people have tried doing to me is fucking insane. Like I know that, and it was meant to destroy and handicap me. Like that's how sad. That's so fucking sad. And it's like I have to know that I'm not handicapped and that I'm like very strong, and um, like so things like when they say carrots are good for eye health, I don't think they lied to you. Like I think I don't think they lied to me when they said things like carrots are good for eye health. Like I don't think they meant that, oh, we're trying to fuck with her, really potatoes are. Shit like that. Like that's the type of stuff that is like, you know, they try to rob me of so much shit. And it's like, cause basically when you look at a handicapped person, like that's what they tried to make. They tried to like take away my mind and put it in a handicapped mind. So like when them when a motherfucker says like, uh, I don't even know what they say like celery's good for, or apples. I know they say apples are like high in fiber, and so I don't think they lied about that type of stuff. And it's not even they. It's just like some of the information that was has been given to me hasn't been a lie, and like a lot of it deals with health and well-being. Basically, all of it deals with health and well-being. Because like that's different than some people would say like, well, why don't you just use like the speed limits as like a thing that you know is real, and it's like the fact that you have to go the speed limits like that. It's like yeah, but obviously maybe then what they dealt with when they were trying to rob me and did rob me is like not dealing with things like the speed limit and stuff. It's dealing with more things like saying things about like health and well-being, and like I don't know why. Like they'll say bananas are high in potassium, and like when I say they, it's just like I don't know research. I don't think it goes deeper than research. It's just like the banana says it's high in potassium, basically. Like bananas gonna try to rob me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that tried robbing me of things like weren't the things themselves. But anyways, so like I don't know really. Like they say bananas are high in potassium, and it's like I don't even know what potassium is though. I'm gonna say it's like something dealing with like the blood system or something. 'Cause, like calcium is good for your bones supposedly, and you gotta wonder like why calcium, which comes from milk, which comes from an animal, is good for your bones, like for the most part, and potassium, which comes from banana, which comes from a tree in the tropics, is good for maybe like blood, but it's like what's blood and shit. It's like, well, it acts as a regulatory system in your body. It helps regulate stuff. But potassium seems a little bit different. They say potatoes. The discussion on potatoes are a little bit different because they say that potatoes are like good for energy. So maybe it's just like potatoes have more calories than. So it's like, okay, well, obviously milk isn't for energy, you know? Potatoes are. It's like, well, what's the difference between potatoes and milk? They look almost the same. Like, blend up a potato and fucking tell me the fucking difference. And so, then you have meat. And all I know is that they talk about iron with meat. And when I say they, I mean the animal says that it's high in iron. And it's like iron must be a pretty powerful thing then because like meat's a pretty powerful thing. Like an animal. Cause like what else is it? What else what else do what else do animals talk about themselves? Someone gave me a thumbs up. What else do animals say about themselves? They're warm blooded. When you think of blood, don't you think of iron? But it's like iron, like I would think everything I just mentioned, I would think iron, like that's not even the most, that seems like the least important thing. It's like, look at the food pyramid. I don't think it's that it's the least important thing is that you only need smaller doses of iron. What do you need the highest doses of energy? It's like, yeah, but how does a potato different from a slab of fucking meat from a horse's dick? That's my question. Because you have a lot of people out there that probably instead of eating meat, they eat potatoes. And they say I'm the same. I'm the same person. It's like you're not warm blooded though. So maybe you should look at the way you can regulate your own temperature and shit like that. You're no longer a warm blooded animal. We have to feed off of things. We're animals. We have to feed off of animals because we're higher. Most warm blooded animals have to feed off of other warm blooded animals. I don't see how you can say that you're not an animal. You have a heartbeat, right? You're a fucking animal. You're a type of a fucking animal. You have hair. How are you not an animal? But still, like, I just think it's weird because it's like you're obviously not getting. So it's like I'm confused. Okay, because I didn't mention bread. Because like bread and potatoes are two different things. And so I didn't talk about bread, which is really weird. So I don't even know what to say about it. I think bread has something to do with your brain. So, and I don't know what your brain is. Maybe your nervous system. That's what I think. But why would wheat help your nervous system? What does wheat say about itself? I think wheat, when I think of wheat, I think of an intelligent species. I'm just guessing though. But I'm still confused as to like why they don't just say like a slab of meat is for energy, and potatoes and meat are the same thing. And it has to do, I think, with the warm-blooded animal part. But it's like, cause do you see how big of a piece of potato this is? They could say that you need 3 potatoes a day. In fact, I think that you could probably eat 3 potatoes a day. Like, I don't think you're supposed to eat that much meat a day. But for some reason, I wish I had more to say about bread. I just know that bread, I think, is a seed. I think bread is a seed, but it's like a lot of things are seeds, though. But it's like, I think you would have to start looking at how it differs from a potato. And it's like, well, it needs more air. Potatoes form under the ground. Um, that's just how I appreciate things, but I mean, I'm trying to think of what wheat looks like. I think I know what wheat looks like. But I think the weird thing about it is like everything I mentioned, what is like its own thing in a sense. And I think with the wheat, you have to do shit to it. Like you can't just go to like I don't even know if they have wheat fields. But people actually have to do something with wheat. Like you can't just go like it's not the same. I don't understand really. Like, all I know. So I mean, you could talk about how like well, there's a lot of food lies out there, and it's like at the end of the day, you have to have so much faith in God because like when you care as much as I do about stuff, it freaks you out not to know enough to talk about wheat. It's almost like wheat is a stranger because everything else I mentioned was like I literally could go see a cow right now and eat it. I could go find a potato and eat it. I could go pluck a banana and eat it. I could go milk a cow and drink the milk. But with wheat, the thing that's causing me a little bit of uneasiness is that so you're saying I could just go pluck every grown whatever off of wheat and then what do you do? Smash it up and then mix it up with water and bake it? And you can't say because of the fact that you bake it, it makes it bad because you have to cook meat too. You have to cook a potato. Like, milk tastes really good. I was drinking milk earlier, and I was like, this shit is fucking God's gift to Earth. Milk is God's gift to Earth. That shit tastes so good. Mm. Thanks to my viewer. What else? Like, why did I get on here? I was just talking about how, like, literally, when someone tries to, like, okay, this is so funny. Say I have, say I have, like, a farmland, and one day or one night, someone just rips up all of my shit. Like, everything's gone. Someone had fucking unrooted everything or whatever it is. Like, that's how shit is. Like, imagine times a million. You know what I mean? The fact that I'm even able to like fucking communicate is crazy, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thankful for the shit that they can't really uproot or whatever. And it's them fucking shits like this. Are everything, like, nothing is real right now. When someone's uprooted your entire farmland, nothing is real. And then, too, to be a farmer and be like, I don't even know what to plant anymore and shit like that, because when nothing's real, it's hard to know if something's good or bad. Because at the end of the day, what they try to do is say something's not real or something's not good. Well, it was good. So now if you're saying it's not good, it's not that it's not good, it's that it's not real. I don't think they understand that. So it's not that you're confusing me. You're just saying that nothing is real, which I don't think you're meaning to communicate that. So when nothing is real, you go find real shit. That is.